Someone was born with beauty, someone wasn't. Also, someone was born as genius. Hello, today I introduce the movie about a baby girl born with hair covering her body. Hated by her parents, she was extremely loved by the nanny. Love Kavinen. Gustav is the station master of the railway station in the town. He fell in love with Ruth, music teacher who just moved to town. The two of them later became husband and wife. A year later in the evening, the pregnant Ruth was trying to find her husband and stumbled on the ground. A woman passed by, discovered it, immediately informed Gustav. Gustav took his wife to see the doctor. The baby was born. But Hannah did not survive due to losing too much blood. When Gustav saw his daughter, he told his aunt to hurry and take her away. It turned out that the girl had an unusually thick coat like a lion. Gustav could hardly accept it. Even thought that the baby had killed his wife and did not want to go near her. After that, Gustav cried painfully. But in the end he still has to face reality. First he has to give the baby a name. Gustav was still annoyed at the moment, completely in no mood. The doctor proposed to name it Eva because this baby was different from everyone. Then Gustav held a funeral for his wife. During the funeral, Gustav heard someone whispering about Eva's appearance. For this abnormally hairy baby, the aunt was extremely loving. Then the aunt immediately found the baby a nanny named Hannah. Hannah is also a miserable person. Her newborn child has just died prematurely. When she saw Eva, Hannah was also surprised. But hearing the baby cry with the mother's heart, Hannah gently picked Eva up. Just like that, each day passed. That day Gustav's colleague came over to deliver the documents. Seeing Eva being held by Hannah, he judged Eva with strange eyes, then left in panic. Not long after, greater than a colleague spoke to a friend who was working at the newsroom. Because of money, he wrote an article in the newspaper. The next day townspeople knew the story. A few people looked at Gustav with strange eyes, even avoiding him. Arriving home, Gustav asked not to let outsiders see Eva anymore. You can't go near a window or go out. In the following days they stayed indoors forever. Eva's skin is getting bluish white, often crying out loud. So Hannah suggests to Gustav to let Eva go out and breathe the air. Exposure to the sun. The next day Gustav bought a baby stroller. He drew a map in order to take Eva for a ride along the scheduled route. Not long after, Gustav also invited a doctor from the big city to treat Eva. He hopes to help Eva get rid of all the hair on her body. After the examination, the doctor said that this disease is indeed very rare. Right now there is no cure, maybe it follows Eva for life. It is advised not to cut, otherwise the hair will be as hard as a thorn. 7 years have passed. Eva has become a lovely little girl. Eva still cannot go out. She often stands upstairs watching her friends play in the yard. Eva longs for the outside world, sometimes pulling the curtains. But the father really dislikes this action of the little girl and locks Eva in the room. Eva sometimes takes her mother's photo and confide in her heart. She loves to learn math, often studying at home. It was Christmas and Hannah and Eva decorated the tree in the house. Hannah told Eva, "When I was a child, every Christmas I will wear a beautiful dress." After Thad went to town to attend the Christmas night with his father. The Christmas tree there was much nicer than at home. The more Hannah spoke with more enthusiasm. Gustav used the reason the tree lacked an ornament to stop Hannah. At dinner, Eva told her father that she wanted to go to Christmas Eve too. Gustav told me that if someone saw him, greater than, he would be laughed at. The next day, Gustav bought Eva a pair of lovely shoes. Hannah also sewed her a red outfit. At night, Eva excitedly wore her new dress and shoes. This time Gustav decided to take Eva into town to join the Christmas night. Eva excitedly entered the hall. Though there are some people who are a bit surprised at Eva's appearance. But some people still lovingly told Eva that today you are very beautiful. Next is the magic show. Unexpectedly, the magician took Eva's fur as a tool to make the audience laugh. Eva was very heartbroken. Dad had to hurry to lead Eva. Days later, Eva did not want to leave the house anymore. Sometimes she will stay home to study. She would also be stubborn, impatient, screaming. That day, the train station had a new announcer named Sparky. Sparky is very optimistic. He does not hate Eva, but also teaches her how to generate telegraphs. Sparky found Eva's memory very well. He only needs to do it twice and Eva has learned. They both become friends. That day, the sound of Eva typing on the telegram was heard by her father. Eva told her father that she wanted to be the telegraph. But Gustav refused absolutely. Not long after, Hannah tells Gustav about sending Eva to school. Gustav feared that Eva would be discriminated against and refused. So Hannah and Gustav had an argument. Hannah decided to quit her job. Gustav had to take care of Eva alone. But Eva always remembers Hannah. To get Hannah to turn around, Eva even used scissors to cut the hair on her arm. Fortunately, Gustav promptly stopped him. The next day, Gustav had to come invite Hannah to return. Under Hannah's efforts, finally Eva can go to school. But Eva is still laughed at by her friends because of her appearance. After returning home, when Gustav asked how she felt, Eva spoke very well, pretending she was very comfortable. 10 years later, Eva finally became a young woman. That day while eating, Gustav told Eva something. He knew a medical research seminar there would be a lot of experts. He decided to take Eva for treatment. So the father and daughter said goodbye to Hannah on the train. Eva has never been away, extremely excited about the scenery outside. Dad and son are eating in public for the first time. Eva has become very confident, no longer paying attention to the strange eyes of others. But unexpectedly at the seminar, they see Eva as a monster exhibiting on the stage. She even cut Eva's hair to study. Eva was threatened to faint. Gustav knew that, then immediately led Eva home. After returning home, Eva was deeply depressed. She smashed her mother's photo. She even blamed her for the reason she was born with this look. Today Eva met a young man by the lake. The boy didn't look at Eva with strange eyes, but also invited her to drink soft drinks. The two often play together. Eva also develops feelings for the boy. But not long after, Eva discovers that there is a new friend beside the boy. Her first love just broke down. Eva just left, heartbreaking. On the other hand, the account that Gustav managed was missing a public fund for no reason. So Gustav was questioned. Sparky sympathizes with Eva, so she took the blame for Gustav. Before leaving, Sparky told Gustav that Eva was a math genius. She can work as telegrapher or more. Sparky's boss's punishment is to quit and leave this place. Eva cannot accept that her only friend leaves. She followed the train for a long time but still lost a friendship. Not long after, a circus group arrived in town. Gustav led Eva to the show. On stage there are many people who resemble Eva. Their outstanding performance garnered enthusiastic applause from the audience. The team leader saw Eva, wanted to invite her to join. Gustav firmly refused and asked the team leader to leave. Greater than Eva was in the room listening. When her father went out, she took the initiative to find the leader, asking to join. Not long after, Hannah found the letter that Eva left for her. But then it was late. Eva had left town. Years later, Eva and the circus went here and there to perform. No one here looked at her with strange eyes. Eva gets to know a lot of friends and is very happy every day. She also saves the money she earns. 10 years later, with her efforts, Eva became a university professor. With respect and status. That day, Eva received a letter from Hannah. After that, she returned to town to attend her father's funeral. Then visited the old nanny Hannah. Seeing Eva fully grown up, Hannah was extremely pleased. At the moment of goodbye, Hannah gives Eva a present that her father left for her. Then the two hugged each other. Looking at Eva from afar, Hannah smiled happily. On the train, Eva discovered the gift her father left for her as a photo of her childhood. All are hand-painted by father, each picture contains deep love. And then Eva immediately burst into tears. The story here is the end. Fathers in this world have the same love for their children. Just not good at expressing. Actually, this is an inspirational story to transcend yourself. Each of us, more or less, will have defects. No one is perfect. What restricts us forever is not a trivial destiny. It's cowardice and avoidance. Okay, today's video is over. See you in the video next time.